for his England future?
Yeah, I have spoken with him. I don't know if that's allowed, by the way, but if it isn't, then they can ban me and not add to his. Look, the ban is the ban. It is what it is. I think he recognised and accepted the punishment. What bothers me is we've got to look after people, and he's injured at the moment. What does he do about getting fit? What does he do? How do we give him some structure over the next few months that he can develop himself or be a better person at the end of it, or have experiences that he might not experience? So I don't like the idea that we just leave somebody that they're not allowed to be a part of the football community. I don't think that's how we should work. I don't think that's how the best rehabilitation programs would work. But he knows that we picked him because we felt until there was a charge, he should be allowed to play. And when he comes back, if he plays well, then we'll pick him. So it won't have any bearing, but I think he'll have additional motivation through what he's experiencing. And I think he's a resilient guy with great character, and we're here to support him.
James?
Just following on from that, he obviously can't play football until January. That doesn't leave a lot of time for Euro 2024, but from the way you're talking, it sounds like he still has a chance to make your squad for that tournament.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's not ideal because he's going to miss a large chunk of the season, and you don't know after that sort of period out how physically he's going to adapt and how he's going to play. But it's possible for him. There would still be time, and he's really impressed us with the way he's played, and I like his personality, I like his belief and the way he goes about his job. So everything is still possible for him, I think. Well, it hasn't influenced selections at all. It's, of course, a difficult season for the clubs, the players, for us. So we're always mindful of the welfare of the players, and the most difficult thing when you have a gap like that is to allow the players some time to recuperate, but also not decondition physically. So that's the balance we've got to try to find. And of course, they're, like every other country, we've got important qualification matches on the road to Germany. So we've picked as strong a squad as we can, and we're looking forward to working with the players, and I think the players always enjoy coming back together. So there's always a lot of noise around this time of year, but the reality is everybody's got the same situation, and I think we'll manage it as well as we can.
Raheem Sterling.
Well, I spoke with him a week or so ago. A general catch up. He's not happy physically with his condition, been carrying a hamstring problem, so he really wasn't in consideration. So we didn't get to the point of whether he should be in, whether he should be out. He doesn't think he's operating at the level that he needs, and so that was the conversation I had with him.
On a more
Well, we've liked him for a long time. He was very unfortunate. I think just before the Euros, we were going to call him into a prep camp to have a look at him, and he got a bad injury. The day we were going to, I remember talking to Roy Hodgson about him then, and Roy telling me he'd picked up an injury in training that day. So I think he has finished the season really strongly. He can play in a couple of positions across that attacking line. He's a goal threat. He's got nice ability and burst of speed to go past people and to take people out of the game with dribbling skills. So yeah, we're looking forward to seeing him a bit closer, and everybody I speak to talks brilliantly about him as a person as well.
It's certainly impossible to ignore.
Yeah, absolutely. I think both clubs have been excellent. I think Unai Emery's done a brilliant job at Aston Villa. I think they're like a really well-coached team. And the same with Brighton. Brighton's football this year has been exceptional. And Lewis Dunk and Levi Colwill have been a big part of that. So he's shown great composure with the ball. He's defending. He's asked to defend very often in 1-against-1 situations, and he thoroughly deserves his call.
I mentioned at the start this is a bit unusual because it's so far after.
Well, he's a super footballer, and he's obviously playing in a slightly different role, which I think has invigorated him in the last few months. He has always, of course, been in advanced areas of the pitch with the ball. He's just a little bit more central now, so that's interesting for us, there's no question. Something I've talked with him about in the last couple of weeks, and again, we're looking forward to working with Trent, and we'll see how that all plays out.
And Ivan Toney, he got in, is it?
Well, I don't think the rest of the world will be doing that this summer. And we've played North Macedonia twice at home and never beaten them. So I think we could easily fall into the trap. To be a top team, if we want to be European champions, we've got to nail the big games like we did in March, and you've got to make sure that you nail the more complicated ones, because everybody has the view that you've just given. So I think it's a good test of commitment. It's a good test of togetherness. I think this group don't want to let each other down. We want to keep progressing as a team. We have 5 opportunities to work together before a European Championship, if we can qualify for the European Championship. And we played so well in March that we've got to back that up and make sure that we're not needing to go to North Macedonia at the end of this competition requiring a result to get through. So I think this group of players have got enough humility to recognise that and to approach the task in the way we want them to.
Thanks.
Hi, Gareth. There's another